The news day continues here on One News Now. I am Diego Castro. The Vice Mayor of Apari, Cagayan and 5 others were killed in an ambush in the province of Nueva Vizcaya. According to Cagayan Governor Manuel Mamba, Apari Vice Mayor Romel Alameda was traveling to attend the Vice Mayor's League in Manila when he and 5 others in the vehicle were ambushed in the town of Bagabag. Mamba says the victims were abducted in Nueva Vizcaya before they were killed. Initial police investigation showed that the suspects wore pixelized police uniforms and drove a white Mitsubishi Adventure, which was eventually found burned. Mamba says they have yet to find a motive for the killing, but said they were taking steps to find those responsible.
Wala ako makita motibo sa pagpaslang sa kanya. No, pag-uusapan pa namin ng mga kapulisan, no? Dahil talaga namang ito yung plano ko, no? Na mag-display ng reward money, no? Reward money dun sa mga pagbigay ng informasyon.
Over in Lanao del Sur, authorities have yet to determine the motive behind the ambush of Governor Mamintal Adjong Jr. Adjong's family said the government official has no known enemies and does not receive any death threats. They added that they were also not involved in any conflict among clans. Mayors of Lanao del Sur have condemned the incident as they appeal for the immediate identification and arrest of the suspects. Adjong survived, but 4 of his escorts were killed in the ambush last Friday.
It's not only against us, but a travesty on the morals of the good people of the province of Lanao del Sur. We call on the families of the perpetrators to show their sincerity in the call for justice, for surrendering to the authorities the relatives involved in this disturbing act.
Authorities have discovered the wreckage of the missing CESSNA 340 plane in Camalig, Albay. The Office of the Civil Defense said the wreckage was found on the slope of MAYON volcano. Rescue personnel are already headed to the possible accident site located in Barangay Kirangay. 4 people were aboard the aircraft when it took off from Bicol International Airport on Saturday. Search and rescue operations are still ongoing for the missing passengers. The CESSNA 340 plane is the second of its type to disappear in Luzon airspace in less than a month. The Civil Aviation Authority says investigations are ongoing into the airworthiness of similar aircrafts.
Dapat malaman muna natin yung dahilan ng aksidente. Ang nagiging problema po dyan, maraming factors. Pwede yung maging mechanical, human, maraming error po pwedeng makita. Base ho roon, masusundan na natin, magagawa na natin ng rekomendasyon.
President Bongbong Marcos maintains that the International Criminal Court has no jurisdiction over the Philippines. Marcos Jr. said his administration won't cooperate with the ICC probe into his predecessor's drug war. He described the investigation as, quote, an intrusion into our internal matters and a threat to our sovereignty. Last month, the court's pre-trial chamber authorized the resumption of the probe into the bloody anti-narcotics campaign. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Turkey puts an end to rescue efforts in all but two provinces 2 weeks after the deadly February 6 earthquake. Turkey's disaster response agency says rescue efforts will only continue in Hatay and Kahramanmaraş. However, chances of finding more survivors are now bleak. As of today, February 20, the number of deaths in the country of Turkey alone after the quake has breached the 41,000 mark. Meanwhile, the Philippine Embassy in Turkey confirms another Filipino casualty. The embassy said a Filipino housewife and her 3 children were found dead under the rubble in Antakya. The embassy says the Filipina's husband has laid the victims to rest in accordance with Turkish traditions. Aside from the latest Filipino casualty, the Philippine government is now housing more than 20 Filipinos in the embassy. The embassy has also offered to repatriate Filipino victims who wish to return their families to the Philippines. Pag-asa continues monitoring a low-pressure area inside Philippine territory. As of 4 a.m. today, February 20, the LPA was spotted 195 kilometers north of Legazpi City. Pag-asa says it is not ruling out the possibility of the LPA intensifying into a tropical depression. The LPA, together with the shear line, is expected to bring rains over the eastern part of the country. In sports, defending champion Barangay Ginebra unleashes its full offensive might against Blackwater Bossing to arrest a 2-game skid in the PBA Governor's Cup. Meanwhile, TNT and San Miguel saw a closer fight, having ended their match with only a 2-point difference, courtesy of Calvin Oftana's buzzer-beating putback. Marty Bautista has the report.
Barangay Ginebra ends their 2-game losing streak by beating Blackwater Bossing in the PBA Governor's Cup. The Gin Kings built a 17-point lead against Blackwater during the first quarter. Blackwater Bossing tried to close the lead during the second quarter, but Ginebra still ended the first half with an 18-point lead. Ginebra struck harder during the second half, scoring 57 points to Blackwater's 49 points. Final score 119-93 for Ginebra, setting the Gin Kings as top 5 in the standings.
Well, I mean, we wish it could be a little better, honestly. I mean, we wish we could be better than 4-2, but I think 4-2 at this point is acceptable. It keeps us alive for the top 4, and I think, it's crucial to get to the top 4. It's not just top 6 this conference. So that's the key thing. That's the big picture for us, staying alive for that top 4.
The second game showcased a closer fight between TNT Tropang Giga and the San Miguel Beermen. Tropang Giga narrowly won against an evenly matched Beermen. Starting off hot, TNT scored 24 against San Miguel's 20 during the first quarter. The Beermen came back stronger in the second quarter, ending the first half with 48 against TNT's 49. Unwilling to give more ground, Tropang Giga sustained their lead in the third quarter. In the final 13 seconds of the game, with both teams equal 103 points, TNT's Ronde Hollis Jefferson drove against San Miguel's Cameron Clark but missed his shot. Coming to the rescue with only 3 seconds left, TNT's Calvin Oftana rebounded and scored, winning the game for Tropang Giga, 105-103. TNT is top 1 in the standings with an 8-1 record. San Miguel is top 2 with 7-2.
I just want to come into a game knowing that all my weapons are there, and I don't want somebody missing over there. And because right now they know how to play off each other, and they're beginning to see the strengths of each other, and the guys are filling in the roles well. So if you have to ask me what I need to prepare for next time, it's just for them to be available. Okay, and be ready and healthy.
The Governor's Cup continues on Wednesday, 3 p.m. between Northport Batang Pier and Terra Firma Jeep, followed by Rain or Shine Elasto Painters versus Magnolia Hotshots by 5:45 p.m. For News 5, Marty Bautista, we are One News.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register an account now at signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.